The wait is over. The Captain America Civil War trailer has finally dropped as Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. visited the Jimmy Kimmel show last night to reveal the new spot. Captain America Civil War picks up where Avengers Age of Ultron left off, as Steve Rogers leads the new team Avengers in their continued efforts to safeguard humanity. After another international incident involving the Avengers results in collateral damage, political pressure mounts to install a system of accountability and a governing body to determine when to enlist the services of the team. The new status quo fractures the Avengers while they try to protect the world from a new and nefarious villain. Captain America Civil War opens in theaters on May 6th. Schnepp, what'd you think of the new trailer?
Oh my God. So exciting. I was finishing up Jessica Jones. Marvel, what are you trying to do to me? I had to stop the 11th episode of Jessica Jones to watch this like 8 times. This is incredible. It just came out of nowhere. None of us knew it was dropping, right?
They had said that they were having them on to promote something, so people were kind of speculating that.
Yeah, I heard there was a lot of chatter on Twitter yesterday. Well, hey, look, like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are going to be on Kimmel. You think they're going to drop the trailer? It became kind of obvious at one point. Yeah,
I guess I missed all that, and then it just was online, and people were like, the phone blowing up, and incredible. I mean, I want to ask you guys, because you saw the D23 footage. To me, this trailer was epic. It was 1,000 times better than anything I was even expecting. I didn't expect it to have such an emotional core to it. To me, it definitely like the successor to Winter Soldier has that Russo brothers feeling. It has that epic feeling. I love it. I can't stop watching. I just watched it like 5 minutes ago.
He did. He was right up until we started rolling. He was watching it on the phone some more.
It's really. I cannot wait for this movie now. But you guys, I mean, if after you tell me what you thought of the trailer, like I'd love to know what the differences are because you talked about Ant-Man. He wasn't in it at all.
Yeah, I loved the trailer. Loved it. It was great. It was so well crafted. A lot of times trailers, even some ones that seem like they're really good, but a lot of times trailers feel like they're just kind of slapped together. Like they just took a bunch of random footage from the movie, slapped together. This felt like an artistically crafted trailer. Every cut, every edit had a purpose and a flow to it. The musical notes in it were wonderful. They had great music selection that really fed into the emotion of it, all that kind of stuff. My one critique, and this is the same critique I had after watching the footage of D23, is that it still feels a little small scale to me, like, they're fighting in a back parking lot or something like that. It still feels a little small scale, but I already had that sense coming out of D23. As a trailer, though, so great. Some of the highlights to me. Number one, we got 3 good shots of Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Who looked great. And in that microsecond of a cut, when you see Captain America chasing down Black Panther in that underground parking lot, and that one epic shot of just Black Panther standing there with the camera kind of panning a little bit, that looked amazing. The shot, which you miss it because a lot of the cuts in this trailer are extremely fast. But that one shot of Tony basically kneeling in a crater with Rhodey laying his lap, his armor is all ripped up and all that kind of stuff. I don't think he's dead. I don't think they would give that away. I mean, I've been predicting that he's going to die in this movie, but I don't think that's a death shot. That would be giving away way too much in a trailer. But Tony clearly looked devastated. But by far, the money shot is that last one with Cap and Bucky beating up on Iron Man.
Tossing the shield back and forth.
That was some great WWE stuff right there. You had the guy down, they're taking turns back and forth. Oh, and that one shot too, where it's, I guess, just Bucky fighting Iron Man, and he pounds him against the wall, and he looks like he's taking his metallic hand and going in for his power quarter. So much good stuff. But more important than all these big money shots was we finally get a sense of the story. Yeah. And it seems like the MacGuffin in this movie seems like it's going to be Bucky himself. I mean, in many ways, that he looks like he becomes kind of the flashpoint of what's dividing them. I think the government wants to bring him in. Cap ain't standing for it. On top of that, you've got, the general coming in, laying out this new law they want to lay out that you've got to be under the direction of the guy. I mean, so much good. Perfect amount of story they revealed. Great money shots. and still a very distinct lack of any Spider-Man at this point. But anyway, Christian, you saw it. Your reaction to it?
Loved this trailer. I mean, I couldn't love this trailer anymore because of the main thing what you said there was the story. And the question was from a lot of fans, though, too, is how are they going to tell this Civil War story? And by using Bucky as a device, I think is perfect because that can divide audiences as well. To like, well, Iron Man's right. Oh, Cap's right. You got to do that with the fans as well as the government and whoever else they're going up against in the movie. And there's so many great shots. And the one that I liked, even though they're beating the crap out of Iron Man, it's that line getting up to it as far as he's my friend, so was I.
So was I.
That was such a great line.
Great
and
line.
It was subtle. And you're just like, oh man, because now that it's not like, oh, he's a bad guy now, he's a heel. It's like they all have a cause. And for what they're doing and the shots of Black Panther. But Schnapp, to answer your question as far as the D23 and what's the difference, kind of what John said in the beginning of when he was his opinion was that in D23, even though it was incredible, it was a lot of footage that they just kind of put together to show you this is this epic.
This is what's coming.
And
it was more lighthearted too.
It was because the Ant-Man scene that you were mentioning was it's really funny, and then John and I were talking about it too. It wouldn't have fit in this trailer because they're showing you the more serious aspect of what leads them to this. And even with the humor that they put inside that D23 stuff, it did work. And it's just why I think, for me, the Russos have a better hold on this right now than I think Joss Whedon did for Ultron. Because like what you were saying with it seems like a smaller scale, I like that. I like the fact that they were fighting in this parking lot because I think when they try to overdo it and there's so many things happening, it just becomes one big action scene that you get lost in, as opposed to when I see these two guys going, they're fighting for passion. They're fighting for something that they're really invested in. And it doesn't have to be in like a big grand scale thing because it's gonna be grand because you have all these characters fighting against one another. So this is the movie that I wanted to see. It seems that the trailer is giving us that movie. So I mean, I'm all on board.
Yeah, and they definitely set it up emotionally with like by having the William Hurt General Thunderbolt Ross kind of coming in, laying down the law. You're a vigilante, and then that one line where it could have went like Whedon-y or funny, like tit for tat, but they didn't do it, at least in the trailer. So I hope they keep it that way. Is like when Tony Stark says, "I want to punch you in your perfect mouth," but then they show Cap just looking like, you know what I mean? It's like it's not a funny moment. It's more like this is the beginning of the fight between these two guys who were allies. So it's great. It's perfect to me. Perfect trailer.
The trailer alludes to or makes the suggestion that whatever happens to Rhodey as he's laying there broken and the armor destroyed and all that kind of stuff with Tony, the suggestion is that that's a result of a fight with Cap or Bucky or anybody else on Cap's side. I have a feeling it might be the third party villain that did that. I got a feeling that little part might have been a little bit misleading, but I don't give a crap because it made for a great trailer. This was the first time out of the little stuff we've seen before, plus the D23 footage, plus a number of these other things, that I really got the sense of the depth of emotion to it. Because everything else up until this point, I haven't really felt it. Especially one of the criticisms we had coming out of D23 is like, doesn't really feel like they're fighting.
Right.
It feels like they're supposed to be fighting, but we saw that one scene of Black Widow and Hawkeye like struggling on the ground. They're on two different sides in this, but as they're fighting and throwing punches, like, we're still having dinner Saturday, right? Or we're still friends, right? Yeah, dinner Saturday. And like doing it, it's like, huh. So I'm not, but this trailer wipes that out.
Right.
And I think it was you that brought it in, or one of the two of you brought that one line when Cap says, I'm really sorry, but he's my friend, and Tony says, so was I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, even if he had said, so am I, their choice of words, so was I, was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it added to the tension and the excitement of the shot as well. Okay, so we mentioned noticeable by his absence was Spider-Man. We're still not seeing anything in Spider-Man, but we did see Hawkeye in the D23 footage. I didn't get a glimpse of him in this footage.
The running
here.
shot.
Hawkeye is
Was he?
He's in that running
I didn't
shot.
notice him in the running
with
shot.
Scarlet
Okay.
Witch too.
Yeah.
All of them are in that
Right.
running
But
shot.
with Spider-Man, though, I want them to treat Spider-Man the way they're treating Luke. I don't want to see Spider-Man in any of the trailers. I don't need to. I've seen enough of Spider-Man in movies. I know who Spider-Man is. It would be so much more of an impact when I see Spider-Man in the movie. I don't think you need to see him in any of the trailers.
That would be a colossal mistake.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Spider-Man in the Marvel universe, he is their most popular guy.
You don't need him to sell this movie, though.
I think, yeah, you do.
He's going to be
do.
like, what they're doing is they're setting up the division. They're setting up in this first trailer. They're saying Captain America and Iron
Here's
Man
the
are
problem.
fighting, and the posters all show that really well too. Great poster
Great
selection.
poster,
I love
by
all
the
three
way,
of them.
Fabulous posters.
You don't think that gets people in the theater without Spider-Man?
You know what? But
it doesn't get them all.
It gets people like really excited about this movie. It has the tone of this trailer is perfect. The next trailer that they'll probably drop like in 3 months, that's going to be the one where you'll see Spider-Man having to make a decision. Like they're going to introduce that third element of what Civil War is all about. Like you have two different teams now, and obviously Cap is like trying to fight for Bucky to not just get thrown in jail or whatever this situation is going to be with that. But there's also going to introduce that Spider-Man aspect of what side is he going to be on.
I guess a lot of people don't realize that he's in the movie like we do
At
as
this
well,
point.
too. So,
yeah, there's a lot of people in the general public who don't obsessively like nut jobs follow all this stuff as closely as we do. Are probably not keen in. I still don't think Spider-Man is a huge important deal in this movie. I still think his role is a rather minor one, but still, you're bringing Spider-Man in. I think there's going to be a lot of film fans out there who maybe have heard maybe Spider-Man will be here, whatever, don't watch Movie Talk, don't follow the online movie sites like you're saying, that you put out the trailer that's 3 months out or that's 2 months out from Civil War, and you show a shot of Spider-Man swinging. That's going to excite a lot of people.
Or heck, even Spider-Man, just like Tony Stark and Iron Man, Captain America and Iron Man are fighting. You have Spider-Man's like, I thought you guys were friends, or just a quick thing with him, and then show him for one other action scene. People would be like, he's in the movie.
Definitely.
You know?
It's just, what's funny though too, because I watched this trailer last night and I didn't think about Spider-Man once.
Yeah, neither did I.
Oh, I didn't until afterwards.
Yeah.
It was afterwards upon reflecting on saying, hey, we didn't see this. They didn't show Iron Man.
Or Ant-Man or Vision.
Sorry, I mean, did I say Iron Man? I meant Ant-Man, although maybe he was very much in the scene. He was just, this small there, and we don't see him, so that's cool too. But I think they're going to follow pattern here. This was the dark, heavy trailer. I think we will see in another month or so another trailer that's going to highlight the levity of it. That, look, hey, guys, this is still a Marvel film. At some point, they're going to show us that Ant-Man spot that we saw at D23, which killed. Absolutely killed. But like you said, we were talking about it afterwards because I got some tweets saying, hey, why don't you think they put that Ant-Man spot, that Ant-Man bit that was really funny and really hilarious that they showed at D23 in the trailer? And it's like you pointed out, it's because this trailer was not the place for that footage. This was a heavy, serious trailer. And then to go, and by the way, folks, it wouldn't have worked. But you got another trailer coming that I think they'll use that I think they introduce us to Spider-Man giving a quippy one-liner or something like that. You show a balance, you broaden the appeal. All I know is, look, they may mess up their marketing strategy from here on out, but there is no denying, holy crap, they crushed it out of the gate.
It made me stop thinking about Star Wars for about 3 hours.
You're right.
It was like, oh my God, there's another
Absolutely.
incredible movie coming in 6 months. And then it made me think about, and then there's Batman v Superman 2 months before that. So it's just...
Speaking of which, I love this trailer so much. I will say I've liked this trailer, and this is me just trying to be objective. It's difficult. I think this trailer is better than any of the Star Wars trailers. Star Wars is going to be the better movie. But I think this is my second best trailer of the year, behind Batman v Superman. I think this is my second favorite trailer. I mean, this trailer was just... I sat there and watched it. Only 2 trailers, well, no, 3. The Star Wars trailer, the Batman v Superman trailer, and now this trailer are the trailers that I just sat and hit reload, and just watch it again and again and again.
I would argue, I mean, for myself, the trailer, at least for me, that actually hit me right in the emotional gut was the Star Wars trailer. No other trailer had that kind of emotional, nostalgic resonance.
But I'm trying to take my emotion out of it.
I know, but
I'm trying not to be
that
biased.
Made me tear up as far as just like
that's
seeing all
true.
these characters that I grew up with as a kid in this movie that was promised to me as a kid. Now I'm seeing it. That was too emotionally powerful, and that it looks great. It looks like a really good film. So to me, at least, that trailer is the one that emotionally hit me. This one's a close second because it really follows characters that I grew up with as a kid. Now seeing them as an adult in like movies, like big budget action films, is crazy enough as it is, but that they're done at such a high quality level is just fantastic.
Yeah, I think for me, the second teaser for Star Wars, the one that they showed at Celebration, was the one like you were saying.
Yeah.
It's just that it introduced, like, it was the first time you saw Han Solo again back as Han Solo, when you said that's Han Solo.
Still the greatest moment of any trailer this year.
And it also introduced you to the tone that I believe we're going to get, and reintroducing you to the original trilogy. I actually put that in my this one in my third. Because I actually really enjoyed, even though I've seen the movie now and I love it, is Creed. When I saw the Creed trailer for the first time, I had these like you talking about nostalgia. I had these images of what Creed would be, and then they showed it, and then that scene with Rocky when he's talking to him, and you see the picture, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I got the feels for it because I'm a massive, but my emotion's in there because I'm a massive Rocky fan. But I thought, to me, those are my 3 favorite trailers.
So let me ask you guys.
I was going to say, speaking of Creed, I'm hearing that Ryan Coogler's in the running for Black Panther now.
I hope so.
That is the discussion. Yeah,
he's one of my favorites right now. Right. That dude is awesome, and he puts his heart and soul in everything he does.
He should have been in the running already just because of Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
That should have put him in the running right there. So let me ask you guys this. Was there anything in this trailer that surprised you? Was there anything that we were watching in the trailer? Because I'll say for me, the premise surprised me. The premise that, we should have known. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but the fact that Bucky seems to be a sparking point for this whole thing. That was a little bit surprising to me. For me, the other surprise was that scene of Rhodey lying in the crater. Was there anything else that jumped out to you that you were either surprised they didn't put in or surprised that they did put in?
I was surprised that I didn't see that Ant-Man thing, but it makes sense with the tone of the way they had the trailer. But the most surprising thing to me was the theme of friendship and emotionality to the entire trailer, where they established that, oh my God, that's Bucky and that's Cap, and they were friends. He was like, yeah, you're the guy who used to stuff your shoes. They're friends, and he's not going to give up on his friend, you know? Yeah. Cap and Iron Man, Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, they're friends, but they're on 2 different sides, and it comes to a fight, you know? So, I mean, I think that the way they played it off, and just with those minimal lines, obviously it's all superhero stuff, but they were able to cut to the emotional core to it. Really, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I think the surprise for me was watching Bucky and Cap kick the crap out of Iron Man in that scene.
That was so great.
Because it, like you said, it just erased the, they're just going to be kind of like, well, should we fight? Yeah, stop. It's like they actually really... They're fighting, and it looks like Civil War. So I was and the Rhodey scene, but the fact that they were really going at it and really fighting, and that they believe in this cause.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.